Don't forget to subscribe!
I'll reintroduce myself. I am Xiaomei. I am the narrator of the story you're hearing.
Before we get started, this review is for Chelsea Mina-chan Venus 22, Sasha Doom Kitty Cat Friedland, Noah the Pokemaster, Zachary Noah, NG Silverstone, Sandra the Cartoonist and Shenanigans Man, Kira Lupi, Olga Gacha Phoenix, Rachel Kelly, Rakurai Kaze, Rosen Madoka, Magical Gamer, Raymond Arceus Bahamut, Kimberly Kimmy Myrick, Catherine Yami 784431, and Bailey Sandbacken.
I hope we're able to meet again in the near future. Enjoy the rest of this little story of mine.
Stop!
What are they? Those are the Unown!
What are you doing here?
I have come for you.
Mom! Hey!
Leave this place.
I won't do that, Entei!
You think you can defeat me?
I'm not gonna lose to some illusion!
Gotta catch 'em all! Gotta catch 'em all! Gotta catch 'em all! Gotta catch 'em all!
Nintendo!
Pikachu!
Hi everyone! Princess Lifelight here, and welcome back to my channel.
Gotcha! Pika!
Call me Coco. I am the Mermaid Princess of the South Pacific Ocean.
My name is Karen. I am the Mermaid Princess of the Antarctic Ocean. My name is Noelle, and I am the Mermaid Princess of the Arctic Ocean. I am the pretty guardian who fights for love and for courage. I am Sailor Jupiter. I'll feel you regret. It'll leave you numb. My name is Sarasa. I am Ichi's sister. Hey, don't forget about me. I'm Roka, and I am Sarasa's sister-in-law.
My name is Kisasoma, the animal in the zodiac that symbolizes the sun.
Call me Hirosoma. The animal that symbolizes the zodiac is the sheep, and that is me.
A fine pleasure to meet you.
My name is Totoko.
My name is Amahita White. I can transform into Amulet Heart, Amulet Spade, Amulet Clover, Amulet Diamond, Amulet Angel, Amulet Devil, and Amulet Fortune. Hello, my name is Lydia. I can transform into Iris Heart.
My name is Vert. I can transform into Green Heart. I am Nico Robin, a treasure hunter. Pleasure to meet you.
My name is Kami.
I am Ochako Uraka.
Let's go! Hey! Nice to meet you!
Call me Nejire Haro.
I am Ethan Nakendo. Pleasure to meet you. What's up, a black star? I'm Nonona.
Pleasure to meet you. I am the head of the Furude family. Rika Furude.
I am Kaname Chidori. It's a pleasure.
My name is Hestia. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi there, I'm Machi. Nice to meet you. I am called Rola. Be grateful, I'm not giving you any punishment.
I am Lapucel. Pleased to meet you.
You can call me Sister Nana.
Nice to meet you. My name is Snow White. Pleasure to meet you.
About us, I'm Nikisa 1. And I'm Nikisa 2. You're 2? My name is Hikaru Shido. I represent the element of fire.
My name is Fuhochi, and I represent the element of wind.
I'm Umi Ryuzaki, and I represent the element of water.
Hi, I'm Happy. I'm an exceed from the
Good day, I'm Carla. I am the next maid as well. And we are also in the fairy tale guild.
Hey there, I'm Wendy Marble. I'm the Sky Dragon Slayer.
My name is Romeo Combo. I'm the only son of Fairy Tale's mage, Macau Combo. And I'm a mage of the Fairy Tale Guild.
I'm Hannah Pocho. I am the Mermaid Princess of the South Atlantic Ocean.
Glad to meet you. I'm Rena Toyd, and I am the Princess of the North Atlantic Ocean.
Hiya, I'm Manatsu. It's a pleasure. Hi, I'm Anne. Nice to meet you. Call me Pony Sumotori. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Becky.
I'll reintroduce myself. I am Xiaomei. I am the narrator of the story you're hearing.
Anna! I'm down! Hey, I'm Julia. It's a pleasure to meet you. And how do you learn it? And I'm Ayu Sukiya. Nice to meet you. My name is Sukiya. And this is my friend Taro. Anna! And you too! My name is Pleasure to meet you. My best on my violin. I am Pikachu Popstar. My songs will reach out to all of you. Pikachu PhD is in the house. Knockout. Hi, I'm Rena Ryugu. You look so cute. I want to take you home with me. I am called Alpha 5. It is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance. They also call me Thunder.
I am sorry. Please don't upset me.
Papa Sakura here. Nice to meet you.
I'm Celesta. Nice to meet you. I am Melissa Shield. Please make your acquaintance.
And I am Jasmine, leader of the All Light City Gym. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Reiki Nishimura, a sophomore going for my BS. My mineralogy club meets next door. So hi there, neighbor. You heard that? Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Hey there, I'm Haru Kagakure. Hi everyone, here's your homegirl Mimi.
Sure, but I'll never ever lose the beat. This party's about to go crazy! With the pulsating power of a driving disco rhythm comes the queen of the boogie beat! I like trivia summon Tired Kito, the boogie master!
Hi everyone, my name is Kimberly. Hi everyone, it's Kimberly. Hi, I'm Jasmine, a gym leader. Hi, I'm Kasumi Tachikawa. And I'm Coraline.
Hey everyone, this is Olugatu Phoenix. It's Mofino!
So let's get the show on the road.
Keep in mind that this script was made at the last days of 2021 and it was completed at the beginning of 2022. So we have recently reviewed Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Eternal, the movie, Dream Arc Parts 1 and 2. And now, let us kick off the third season of Team Wi-Fi's reviews with a new review. Released in 2000 in Japan, in the West, and other territories the year after, Pokémon 3 the movie, Spell of the Unknown Entei, didn't match into its Poké expectations with the fans. The film released the same time with Mission Impossible 2 in Japan, and the following year with Spy Kids, even though the film didn't do quite well with audiences calling it a change of pace, as the movie with the Joel Schumacher films like Batman Forever and the following epic ice puns and acts is produced by Nintendo with the late Satoru Iwata and former film and TV production company 4Kids Entertainment, licensed by Warner Brothers Pictures under the 4Kids WB / Warner's Family Entertainment label in partnership with Wizards of the Coast to promote a trading card game with a holographic Entei. The movie did release a short Pikachu and Pichu alongside it, giving audiences a short film to watch. And it was the first Pokemon film to be released in IMAX, and it was number 4 at the box office. And the plot is similar to WandaVision. Remember, we all have been doing this since day one. So now, let's ask ourselves a few questions. How well does Pokémon 3 the movie hold up today? And does this movie stand to be the greatest, darkest, traumatizing Pokémon the movie to date that Lumio's trainer Zack and many Pokémon the series fans have watched when they are kids, or this blockbuster deserved to be tossed in the Snyder pile?
A pile of what?
You know what? I'm not gonna say it again.
Oh, you're right. Now then, let's have a look at this batshit Poke insanity with Pokémon 3 the movie, Spell of the Unknown, aka the Lord of the Unknown Tower.
Thank you, Machi.
Now then, let's get started on Pikachu and Pichu. While visiting Millennium Town in Johto, Pikachu meets a pair of young mischievous Pichu brothers. Pikachu manages to prevent one from falling off a building, only to end up being attacked by a flock of Murkrow for perching on a flagpole. Pikachu ends up hanging above the city block on a rope, which a Murkrow loosens, sending poor Pikachu flying through the air, airwalking across a flock of Hoppip and lands on a window cleaner's bench, sending the window cleaner, Meowth, slamming into a billboard. Pikachu befriends the Pichu brothers who he believes are helping him return to his friends, but they instead take him across the city. The trio get into some trouble, which include rolling off the top of a bus into a river, where they are nearly run down by a ferry and are pursued across the city by an angry Houndour. They escape Houndour and find the Pichu brothers' playhouse, which appears to have been handmade by the brothers and their large number of friends. The clock tower in the distance chimes 5 o'clock. Pikachu realizes that Ash mentioned that he and his friends would return for their Pokemon by 6 o'clock and tries to leave. Houndour appears and chases the trio, seemingly nearly toppling over the playhouse. Houndour is buried by the tires, but Pikachu and the Pichu brothers save him. Together, they and the brothers strengthen and rebuild the playhouse. However, time is nearly up for Pikachu, so he and the brothers hitch a ride in a tire and race back to the building where Pikachu must meet Ash. They hit Meowth on the way, who goes flying back to his window cleaner bench. Pikachu returns to the building and bids farewell to the Pichu brothers. Ash, Misty, and Brock arrive and lead the Pokemon into a room full of food. Ash tells Pikachu that it has been a full year since they met in Pallet Town, and this party is to celebrate that. Overjoyed at the celebration, Pikachu leaps into Ash's arms in a big hug. The Pokemon start eating, and Ash allows Pikachu to wear his hat for the night. The narrator concludes the short by noting that Ash and the Pichu brothers have something in common. Neither will forget the day they first met Pikachu.
That reminds me, this short was fantastic! And be honest, it brings out a little bit of the flavor of Steam. Toss to someone who truly cares about you.
Oh yeah! Mario! Ho-ho!
Thank you very much. Now with the review of the short over, let's start the journey or story off with the plot. Little Molly Hale has always led a lonely life, but things only get worse for her when the long-lost Unown caused her father to mysteriously vanish one day. But things start to seem a little brighter when the power of the Unown starts to change the world around her, involving a fantasy land. She soon lives in a crystal palace, and has the legendary Entei as a father. There is only one thing missing from the equation, a mother. So Molly ends up claiming someone else's mom for her very own, and it was none other than Delia Ketchum, Ash's mother. Ash was expected to have a fun time in the town of Greenfield, but now he must venture into a vast crystal wasteland in order to rescue the person who means the most to him. With Brock, Misty, and Pikachu by his side, it won't be easy. Molly wants to stay in her fantasy world forever, and Entei will do whatever it takes to make that happen. This movie is considered by the Poke community to be the darkest, traumatizing film to date, and this movie is canon as this takes place in the third season of Pokémon the series, Gold and Silver, the Johto Journeys, and we may have talked about Takeshi Shido's final involvement from making the Pokémon movies in the beginning, but originally, the film was going to have a dinosaur or Tyrannosaurus Rex coming to life like what would eventually become Night at the Museum, but that was changed during development.
Aw, crap!
Now then, let's go over the characters and personalities. With her mother having disappeared several years prior and her father busy with his work schedule, Molly had become increasingly lonely and withdrawn, and her father's own disappearance increased this loneliness. The unknown gave Molly the opportunity to live out her wildest fantasies and idealized reality, which appeared to be originated from the fairy tales her father read to her. Twisted together with her strong emotions from a psychological standpoint, Molly's decision to have Greenfield become a crystal wasteland and surround herself with Pokémon was indicative of her distrust with people. Molly also expressed strong ambitions to become an extremely strong Pokémon trainer. As such, she battled both Brock and Misty with Pokémon possessing abnormally high levels of strength. She also took on physical appearances that she believed to be more befitting of a trainer, though she retained her childish personality. Spencer is highly regarded by his fellow researchers for his intelligence and kindness. However, his busy work schedule often means his daughter, Molly, is left at home with only the domestic staff to care for her. Skylar alerted Spencer to a new chamber at some ruins in a desert, though the sudden call interrupted Molly's playtime with her father. While at the site, Spencer mysteriously disappeared after making contact with several unknown tiles. Skylar then returned to Hale's Greenfield Manor to inform Molly of her father's disappearance. He brought the box of unknown tiles with him, which Molly later tipped over and began playing with, which in turn led to the crystallization of the Hale mansion and Entei's arrival. That night, Skylar found Molly playing with the unknown, just as he and Hale and the Hale household staff were forced to retreat outside. The crystallization spread throughout Greenfield. Skylar, Lisa, Ash, and his friends are greeted by Professor Oak and Delia as they arrived at the Pokémon Center to assist in the efforts to combat the ongoing crisis. He remained with Oak and Lisa at the center to provide support and information, while Ash and his friends went to confront Molly and retrieve Delia after she had been kidnapped by Entei. Eventually, he was forced to flee the center when the crystallization engulfed the building. Lisa is amiable, easygoing, and enjoys a challenge. She also looks out for her friends, like when she gave Ash her Pokegear, to avoid having him rush into things without any help. Miranda Hale was Molly's mother, who mysteriously disappeared into the unknown dimension. She was a kind woman as well. The unknown dimension is an alternate dimension that is most notable to it as the natural home of Unown. It has made a number of appearances in the anime. The dimension seems to have an unusually strong link with Ash's world. This dimension was first seen in the Spell of the Unknown Entei. While researching ruins with depictions of the unknown, Spencer Hale was transported into the dimension. His daughter Molly inherited a puzzle box found there that gave her contact with the unknown, who granted her wishes. Such was the strength of the world she created that an opening to the dimension appeared in the entrance hall of her mansion. During this time, the unknown gained control over Greenfield, and all contact with the dimension ended after Molly wished for things to go back to the way they had been before. The unknown in their dimension were explained in greater detail in Address Unknown. A portal to the dimension was opened above Mount Silver, and an unknown fell out and became sick with a fever. It had a little trouble returning when it was in good health. In The Rise of Darkrai, the dimension became the battleground of Dialga and Palkia before the battle moved to Alamos Town. The presence of the unknown during their preliminary battles suggested that the unknown dimension represented here is the same as that in Address Unknown and Spell of the Unknown Entei. Arceus and the Jewel of Life also suggested that the unknown dimension collided with the colliding dimensions of Dialga and Palkia. The unknown dimension made its most recent appearance in the 21st Pikachu mini-movie. Okay, with everything said about the film, I think it's time we head into the spoiler section.
Ah, spoiler alert!
Ash meets up with his mom, who tells him that Entei left a while ago. Ash explains that it was Entei who brought her here, and that the unknown created this mess from Molly's imagination. He then tells her that they should leave. Delia wakes Molly up and explains to her that she is not a real mother and that she is Ash's mom. They tell her that they have to get out of the mansion now, but Molly cries out loud and refuses to go with her. The Unown create a red light and cause large crystal pillars to appear in Molly's room, separating Molly, Delia, and Ash. Ash tries to go with his mom, but Entei shows up and Molly tells that Ash is trying to take her mother away from her. Entei makes a barrier of pillars to separate Ash and Delia. Entei tells Ash to leave the mansion or else he will be forced out. But Ash releases Totodile into battle. Entei asks Ash if thinks he can defeat it, but Ash says he will not lose to an illusion. Totodile uses Water Gun, which Entei dodges and answers with Flamethrower, knocking Totodile out. Ash brings out Cyndaquil to attack with Flamethrower, but Entei's Flamethrower easily overpowers Cyndaquil. Ash admits that Entei is strong, but he says he refuses to lose to an illusion from a little girl's imagination. Entei yells that it is no illusion, roars and stomps the ground as a blizzard starts to blow inside of the mansion. The crystal pillars grow larger, then Unown's red light grows bigger, and the pages of the storybook start flipping. Entei says that it is Molly's father and must protect her. Entei charges as Pikachu uses Thunderbolt, which does not affect Entei. Entei uses Flamethrower, and they keep attacking each other back and forth and dodging. Delia realizes that only Molly can stop everything by remembering her real mother and father. Team Rocket comes up through the hole and notices how cold the room is. 2 attacks cause an explosion, forcing them to duck out of the way. Entei aims a fire blast at an exhausted Pikachu. Ash jumps in to protect him, but Entei's attack blasts through the wall and they fall. Fortunately, they are saved by a Charizard, who is arrived from Charicific Valley to help. They go back into the room and Ash explains to Entei that he and his Pokémon work together like a family. Entei threatens to destroy this family. It clashes with Charizard, knocking it into Ash. He is nearly sent off the edge, but his friends in Team Rocket grab him before he falls. Ash says to Molly that if she comes with them, she would be able to have her own Pokémon. But she says that she already has a real Pokémon of her own as her illusionary Pokémon appear next to her and tells him to go away. This prompts Entei to attack, but Ash jumps on Charizard's back and flies out of the way.
It's time you learned what it means to be a man.
Ash tells Molly that Entei cannot take the place of a real father and she cannot be allowed to remain with it. But Entei says it is a real father as long as that's what Molly wants. Entei and Charizard continue battling each other, using Flamethrower back and forth. At one point, the Flamethrower attacks create an explosion, scaring Molly and pushing Charizard backward. Charizard dodges Entei's Fire Blast and trades Flamethrower attacks with it. Entei uses Fire Blast to create a hole in the wall and jumps outside. Charizard and Ash follow and keep attacking with Flamethrower. Entei jumps and lands on the newly created spike. After many fire attacks, Entei is caught in a Flamethrower and launched into another pillar. Ash tells Entei that it should not keep Molly captive, and Entei responds that it must do as she wishes. Another clash of Fire Blast and Flamethrower ignites a frightening explosion. Entei uses Fire Blast once more, hitting Charizard and sending it crashing through the ceiling and back onto the floor of the room. Entei presses on Charizard's neck and prepares to finish it off with Fire Blast. But Molly steps in and asks Entei to stop fighting. This is where Molly's redemption arc begins. Brock and Misty explain that she is a great Pokemon trainer and that it's important to know when to stop a battle. With her instincts, she could become a gym leader someday. Ash says to her that no matter how hard the battles are, they always stay friends. Even though the battles are tough, the friends are real. And no matter what, they all love Pokemon. He asks her to come with them, which Delia says is what her father would want. With this, Molly decided she wants everything to be real again. The crystallized pillars start disappearing and the Pokemon she battled with disappear. Entei explains that it was an illusion created by the Unown, but since Molly wants things to be real again, it must go.
Traitor! She's history's greatest monster!
Suddenly, havoc erupts as crystal spikes emerge everywhere, posing a threat to everyone. Ash calls Professor Oak, who tells him that he should leave because the Unown have lost control of their psychic ability. However, he and everyone else in the Pokemon Center are forced to evacuate before the building is engulfed by crystal formations. Entei creates a pathway to the stairs so that they can exit the hole that they came in through.
Amid the dangerous crystal spikes and destabilizing surroundings, the group continues running down the stairs. The group arrives at the hall containing the Unown. Ash tries to reach them, but is bounced back by a protective barrier. Charizard tries to break through, but with the same result. Pikachu uses Thunderbolt, but it could also not break through. Even when Pikachu and Charizard use Thunderbolt and Flamethrower together, the barrier throws them back. Entei breaks into the room and uses a flamethrower attack to create a pathway so it can get through the Unown. Entei says to Molly that it was very happy being her father, and that the last thing it could do for her was take her out of the mansion. Entei tells her that it was created from her dreams, and that if she fully believes in Entei, there is nothing it cannot do. Entei tries to break through the barrier, but it bounced back. It uses Flamethrower to try to break through, but that also fails. Entei again tries to run and break through the barrier, asking Molly to help. Ash tells her it's the only way Entei can stop the Unown if she believes it can. So Molly yells, "You can do it, Entei!" as Pikachu and Charizard help. So Entei uses Flamethrower to finally break through the barrier, and the ball of light around which the Unown swarm, the bright light shines upon everyone, and then dims to reveal Entei in a green aura. Entei says that it must go, and that Molly must keep Entei in her dreams. Entei crystallizes and disappears. The letter tiles fall to the ground and glow blue as the Unown disappear into a portal. As the portal closes, a wave is released which disperses the crystal and restores the mansion in Greenfield to normality. The Unown return to the ruins where they were discovered and enter the portal to their own dimension. This frees Professor Hale, sending him back into the ruins where he disappeared. Everyone heads outside of the mansion and basks in the true beauty of Greenfield. Police cars containing everyone that was in the Pokémon Center approach the house. Molly looks up to the skies and sees a cloud shaped like Entei, and quietly thanks it for everything. Noticing the presence of law enforcement, Team Rocket concludes that they cannot exit the mansion yet. Jessie is happy for the little girl, saying that she is adorable and indomitable just like her. James says that Entei is powerful and inscrutable like him, and Meowth just finds himself lovable. They do not care that they did not capture a single Pokemon, because they will always have a chance next time. As the credits roll, Professor Hale returns to the mansion. Charizard and Lisa depart, and Ash and his friends go back on their journey to Goldenrod City. Molly plays with a real Ursa by the mansion's pond and sees that her father has returned and brought along her mother as well. The Hale family happily reunites, thus ending Pokémon 3, the movie. Overall, this was a fantastic Pokémon movie, and this film predicted WandaVision. So let's compare the two from each other. According to Gamer.com, it says here that Pokémon 3 takes place entirely within the small rural town of Greenfield. There, Professor Hale and his daughter Molly live in a palatial state. Molly's mother had gone missing prior to the start of the film, and, for some reason, her father spends long hours conducting research on the mysterious alphabetic Pokémon Unown. So barely 8 minutes in the movie, Molly wishes to have her father back, so Unown created Entei, a legendary Pokemon she and her father bonded over and believes that it is her father. The Entei decides to grant Molly's wishes and protect her from keeping intruders out of the fortress. So, Molly and Wanda both experience tremendous loss. Molly with both of her parents, and Wanda with her parents, brother, and Vision. Alone with their overwhelming despair, they retreat into a fantasy world where they have full control. Their loved ones are brought back, but of course, both Entei and Vision are merely magical echoes of their true selves. But while the bubble around Westview keeps interlopers out in WandaVision, the jagged crystals covering Greenfield protect Molly from reality, while Entei scares off anyone that might try and rescue her. Neither Wanda nor Molly is responsible for taking over the town, though, as there are a much powerful magical force working behind the scenes in both stories to protect them and grant their wishes. Early on in the film, Molly communicates with Oak through TV, warning him not to enter the castle, that he is happy with everything being fine, just as Wanda did with SWORD.
While Ash battles his way through the tower, Molly watches his journey on her own television. In a sort of inverse of the in-universe, WandaVision shows that Monica and Darcy watch to keep tabs on Wanda. Molly admires Ash as a trainer and tells Entei that it would like to be a trainer someday too, which at point magically transforms into a teenager, not unlike Wanda's kids Billy and Tommy.
In the end, Ash and his friends help Molly understand that even though life can be hard and scary, she can't hide from it. They teach her that the future is what you make of it, and that her friends will help her get through the hard times. Molly realizes that Entei is not truly her father, and the love they shared was genuine. She ultimately leaves the fantasy world behind. Like Vision, Entei comes to understand that he is not real, but he fights the unknown sworn to death to protect Molly. It's not perfectly an analogous story, but there's quite a bit of an overlap between the two, and the themes of grief and denial, as well as the core message, are very much aligned. There's two other movies that were inspired by Pokémon 3 the movie, Spell the Unknown Entei, and they are The Last Unicorn and The Dark Crystal. It's a recommendation for those who have seen Pokémon 3 the movie. So we give Spell the Unknown Entei a 4.5 out of 5, and this movie is a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching!
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. What do you think? If you appreciate it, please be sure to super smash that like button, and be sure to follow my social media platforms in the description below, and Team Lifelight's fandom channels. Please be sure to leave a comment below, and please give us your open-minded thoughts, because we here at Team Lifelight's fandoms do not condone harassment, violence, or trolls allowed, or otherwise, Ren Hoek from Comedy Central's The Ren and Stimpy Show will haunt you down till the ends of the Shadow Realm. Please be sure to subscribe to our videos and click the notification bell. You'll never miss a video the second it goes live on YouTube and Google. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Final results.